The outer thing is what is going to be called the trimatrix or reversed, inverted, flipped income system. That is obviously a very unofficial name because that doesn't sound cool at all. That's kind of something that Roger would come up with. Like it's like Genesis Easy. Okay.
I knew that was coming.
All right, there you go. I'm glad you can preempt my strikes now. So here's what happens in options domination. It's going to be a little tricky, so just follow along and you will understand. So right now in DS domination, let's say that you come into DS domination and you refer 10 people and then they refer 5 people each. You know, that's what happens. You're going to have 10 people on your level 1, then you're going to have 50 people on your level 2. That's not what happens in options domination. In options domination, the structure is kind of set up like this, okay? It's a forced 3 by 3 matrix, okay? That means that the whole company structure is like this. And here's how that plays out. Let's say this is a person named A, okay? And this kind, gentle person named A refers a person named B, okay? That's where B goes. Then B refers C. Now, in usual sense, in the common sense systems of the world, or the used and abused and often redone systems of the world, when B refers C, C goes in this position, right, under B. But in options domination, what happens is that C, instead of going under B, goes in the next available spot in the company, which happens to be here. Okay? It's not under B, it's actually the next open spot in the company. Then let's say that B also refers D, and then D goes in the next available spot in the company. Okay, just follow along. If you're an affiliate, some of you might grasp this a lot easier if you have, history of working in companies, but watch what happens here though. Okay, let's say that then we have a mixed bag, different people are referring people, A, B, C, D are all referring people. Let's say they refer E, F, G, H, I, what comes after I? Sorry, J, K, sorry, I'm in India, I forgot my alphabet. L, M, okay. Here's what happens. A is going to get $1 per person in this matrix, okay, regardless of who referred them, okay? So A in this case is going to get $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11, $12 right away per month per person. B is going to get 3, C is going to get 3, D is going to get 3. It doesn't matter who referred everybody, okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if A referred nobody beyond B. And it doesn't matter if A even referred B. B might have been referred by somebody else above A in the company. Doesn't matter at all. Okay, here's what happens. Okay, there is no real low priority and things like that. In here, everybody's just going to make money. Now, here is the clear mathematical issue. Okay, everybody who has any common sense will see this immediately. Fine, A made a bunch of money, but what about all these guys at the bottom? What about these 9 people? They're not going to make anything, right? That's the problem that we're trying to address, because the people at the bottom in any company always are going to not make any money, because that's just how all the systems are set up. Okay, so what we have here is a 3 by 7 matrix. That means everything goes 7 levels deep. So this is A, and here's A's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So A's level 1 has 3 people, level 2 has 9 people, level 3 is going to have 27, then 81, then 243, then 729, and then 2187. Okay, those are going to be the total number of people in A's matrix. Okay, now imagine the whole company. The whole company is going to be set up like this as well. There's going to be the one top account that's going to be the admin account. That will be for the owners of the company. And then there's going to be 3 accounts for affiliates, and then there's going to be more accounts and more accounts and more accounts. The whole company is going to be set up like that. The problem over here is that these people, the 2,100 people, are never going to make any money in a typical company. So here's what happens. At the same time that this matrix exists, we'll call this M1, there's a second matrix that exists, okay, that's called M2. And M2 is an exact opposite. It's a flipped or an inverted system compared to M1. So the guys at the bottom in these 2187 people, we actually begin with them. So in the next matrix, M is going to be at the top, and then A is going to be at the bottom. That makes sure that actually these people who are at the bottom are going to be making some money as well. And M2 is the same way. It's $1 per person per month. Okay. Again, That means that now M is going to be making $12 a month, while A is also making $12 a month, even though neither one of them have recruited many people at all. Okay. Given the math behind it, there are too many people. Okay. The 2,100 people here, and it's not going to be sufficient to flip it once. So then we do a second thing. Then we create a third matrix at the same time. I understand this is complex and confusing and all that good stuff. Just focus on what the result, the end result of all of this, gymnastic is. What happens is in M3, then we look at who are the people so far, okay, lowest income from M1 plus M2 combined. Who are the people who are in that order? And then we create a new matrix, the M3, in that ascending order. Okay, the lowest income goes first, and then people go down from there. Okay, now the obvious question becomes, what does A then get for referring B? Okay, here's what A gets for referring B. A gets a fixed income per month, just like in DST. When you refer somebody in DST, you get a fixed income per month for having referred them. So fixed income per month is the first thing that A is going to get on B. And then also, A will also receive 25% matching income bonus. So whatever B makes, A is going to get a 25% matching bonus. And then he's going to get 10% on the next level, and he's going to get 5% on the next level. So let's say A referred B, and in the giant scheme of things, from the three matrices combined, B made $100. A is going to get $25 as well. And then let's say B referred C, and C in the giant scheme of things from M1, M2, and M3 combined made $60. A is also going to get $6 from that. Here's what it basically means. When you refer somebody and they make money, you basically make money as well. Okay? And the way this is set up, because these three matrices and everybody being flipped around like that, everybody in the company makes at least something. Okay? Everybody in the company is going to make at least something. All right, so I would love to show you a spreadsheet right now. It was kind of unplanned, so I don't have my spreadsheet open. We have 110,000 people in the entire company. Okay, and here's what it basically means. When we have 110,000 people in the entire company, the lowest income earner in the company makes $11 every month. Okay, so that is the idea behind this. They're going to be, just like in DST, you have Pro, Elite, and multiple different products, and you get paid commissions based on that. In options domination, there are just 3 products. Okay, there's one product for $49 a month. There's another product for $199 a month, $149 a month, and then we have a third product for $399 a month. Okay, you only choose one of the 3. And here's what happens with each product. Depending on which product you get a certain number of signals per day. Now, signals are basically a service where we look at the trade and we tell you automatically, you need to go and take this trade. For example, like you saw with Kevin's screenshot, hey, in the next 5 minutes, you should take this trade, that the USD JPY is going to go down. That's all you do. You just literally go and click a button that says it will go down. That's it. You don't analyze anything. You don't figure out anything else. And you just follow those trades. That's how signals work. Okay. With 149 you get more, and with 399 you get more, and then depending on which level you are on, as an affiliate you also earn a very significant amount of income. Okay, it's a totally different amount of income based on which level you're on. And I don't want to give too many specifics, because I feel like the more specifics we give, the more we distract from what's at hand. What's at hand is that right now you guys need to get elite, get supremacy, automate that whole business, make it huge, so you can move on over, and when then you can focus on this while that's running itself. Okay, and while this is running itself, you can very easily be making a lot of money in here. And then I explain how a risk-free thing works. Now, beyond this, again, imagine this DST. You join DST for $20 a month. Okay, that's like this. You join for $20 a month. You get training and software and a system that shows you how to sell. This is what's going to happen here. You get a training and software and system that shows you how to trade. Okay, and then when you go to eBay and you start selling an item, you basically use your cash flow to source products, and you use your cash flow to make listings on eBay. The same thing happens at a broker. Okay, a broker is where, or a brokerage platform is where you're going to make these trades. And what we have done for you is, because of our reach now and because of the accounts, like the account that you saw with more than 100,000 and so on, what we're able to do is negotiate with these brokers and say, hey, listen, we know behind the scenes how much money you guys are making. Okay, kind of like what happens when Roger approaches a company. He says, "Hey, listen, we represent DS Domination. We make all this money. We have all these members. What can you offer us in terms of cashback?" And we're able to work out deals for you guys. It's the same thing here. Okay, we approach these people and we say, "Hey, let's make a deal. We're going to figure something out for our members." So what we've been able to figure out for you guys as part of that thing is what is called risk-free trades. So, for example, you will fund your account, your brokerage account, with a certain amount of money. Let's say $200. It could be whatever amount. You could have $20,000 if you wanted to as well. There's, like Kevin said, the scalability is very easy here. But let's say you started your account with $200 or $500. You're going to get a certain number of risk-free trades, and that just means you're going to take the trade. If you lose, your money gets put back in your account. If you win, you get to keep the profit. Okay. There is really nothing more simple than that, right? It's like doing DS Domination. We said to you, hey, listen, the first 10 products you list on eBay, if you don't sell, we give you all your money back, and we give you the money back for the eBay sales as well, the eBay listing fee. And if you take, and by the way, if you sell and you make a significant profit, you get to keep the profit. Okay, it's like basically risk-free. So when I said it's risk-free trades, that's exactly what it's called. It's a very compliant definition of it. This is not like a risk for us to say this, because that's exactly what it is. It's totally a risk-free trade for you guys. Okay, so you will be able to take a trade. Let's say for $100, you take a trade. If you win, you are going to get $70 to $75 to up to $80 in profit. Okay, win equals $80 in profit. Okay, loss equals $0 in losses. Okay, I don't understand how anybody could not see that that is amazing, because once you start doing that, now remember, you don't do this forever. You do this in the beginning. We do this in the beginning. Obviously, a brokerage platform is not going to work with us if we say, listen, we want to just make sure that you just never make any money with our members. That's not what they want. So they're going to give a certain number of risk-free trades, and here's the idea. You take these risk-free trades and you make some profit. Let's say that we made $300 in profit taking these trades. Okay, let's say we took $300 in profit. So you initially put in your $500. You just made $300 in profit. Go ahead and withdraw your $500 back out, and all your future trading will be done with this $300. That's it. From that moment on, you will never risk any capital, because you already pulled out what you're already deposited. Okay, so from this point on, you're going to trade just with that $300. And that's why you saw all those $5 trades with Kevin. You're going to take small trades, $5 trades, $10 trades in the beginning, and you're going to build up your level until you're moving to higher trades with $50, $100, and so on. Okay, that is the beauty behind this whole system. And of course, on top of that, we do have things like we have the cash out offers in DS Domination, because you don't have those kind of options for you as well. So you can have more of that money available to you if you need it. Basically, the best non-risk thing that I have seen that we have done, and we have seen awesome success with this. I've had days where I've done multiple 4 figures, not saying that everybody is going to do that. And that's the test that we did. We took that system, Kevin tested it, made great money with that. We've had 3 or 4 other people do it, made great money with that. I think overall this is very exciting, and you just have to think of it like this. DS Domination is your business. Okay, that's where you're going to make money by exchanging effort or labor, ideas. That domination is going to make money by taking the money from step 1, which is DS Domination, and letting that multiply itself. Okay, and hence the term monetary mitosis. Okay, so hopefully this explains everything. Kev, if you want to maybe share some of your insights on your experiences with trading and what happened. Really, the biggest thing is you guys have to not get greedy. That's, I think, the biggest factor. If you're not greedy about this, it works beautifully.
Yeah, it is. That is actually. It's funny because on Friday I had I made over $2,000 doing this, and I did nothing different than when I made $35 trading on my $5 trades, right? I just scaled it up. So super, super, super exciting. I mean, it's just take bigger trades. The win ratio is still the same. All things still stay the same because of the system. So love it. I mean, it's one of those things that, like Hitesh said, DS Domination, it's your job, right? You put a lot of effort in to get the results out, and it's a very high-paying job. And this is something that goes a little beyond the job portion. Now, for those of you who are the affiliates who are in marketing and who are doing all this stuff with marketing, here's what's exciting. In the past, and Hitesh has done this, Roger's done this, I've done this, any successful marketer has pretty much done this. You have multiple offers, multiple income streams of things that you offer to your prospects. Because if you had 100 people come onto your list and look at DS Domination, you might only have 5% that ever take that offer, and that's still a profitable business. So what do you do with the rest of those folks? You transition into options. You have another thing to offer them, a second thing to offer them as an affiliate. So for those of you who are on the marketing side who love that world, who love doing those things, having something else that is very, very profitable for anyone you put in there, to anyone you recruit to, having that second thing to promote alongside of DS Domination, to me is priceless. To me is priceless. I've never promoted just one thing until DS, right? And now we have something else that you'll be able to promote side by side with that. So I'm just excited about this all the way around. You know, from the $5 trades all the way up to the $500 trades, money's being made. I didn't do this, you know, 45 days ago I wasn't making trades, and I'm able to have a $2,000 day. You know, I could have done that much earlier if I wanted to, but I wanted to test it out as if I was, you know, coming in here with just a couple $100 to invest, right? And then recoup that money and then proceed on from there with my profits. So that's what I did, and those are the results, guys. This is just something that it's going to change the landscape as we see it. I mean, DS Domination we've been a company that has kind of changed the industry in a lot of ways, and put it out there that these traditional business models where the top 1% make money, we think that's a bunch of BS. And we've shown that model right there, that 1% earning an income, is not where it's at. DS Domination is where it's at because we have so many members making money, and now we're extending that even further. You guys are going to make even more money with this. You're going to be able to do this with DS Domination. Obviously, we're still going to make some insane upgrades with DS Domination because this is our baby, but options is going to run simultaneously side by side with that. And Hitesh, I wanted you to let them know real quick that, and just to clarify this, we are not, Roger, Kevin, and Hitesh are not the owners of Options Domination. Do you want to talk about that for a second, Hitesh?
Yes, actually, I was going to talk about that in a second, because I was going to address a couple of things really quickly. Why we are so open about all of this stuff. Okay, other than the fact that this is all illegal, it's pretty good. No, I'm kidding. This is obviously legal and fine. Okay, one of the reasons why we are very excited about this, and the reason why we are talking so openly about it on a webinar with DST people, is because since we're not the owners of the actual company, the companies that are involved in making all of this happen in the background, making all the negotiations work, and the income distribution and things like that, all of this that's working in the background, we are not the guys doing that. Okay, obviously we have some connections. I'm coding it for them as well. That's a contractual thing. But the point behind the scenes is that there are different owners. Okay, one of them is a very lovable, wonderful person known as Jason Rose that you guys know about. We're going to actually have him on a webinar as well. He would have been on here today, but he's traveling. But what basically happens in this structure is we are not owners, so we are actually able to behave, and we're actually able to run the whole thing like one of you guys in this thing. So we're not like DST guys now saying to you, hey, look, we're the owners, let's tell you what's going on here. We're more like, we're the options guy, we're doing this with you. Okay, we are alongside you. So when we build out things from an affiliate perspective to promote this and so on, we're very happy to share that with everybody in DST. And part of the reason why we are being given this privilege of being the first people to present this and share this is because when everybody from DS Domination gets imported in here and brought in, and we're all going to get a chance to join this and upgrade in here and get the top positions and so on, and we do a complete, very detailed breakdown of how this will play out. Okay, when all of that stuff happens, it basically gives DST members the very top positions. It gives us the first shot at everything. It gives us the top placements and everything. Basically, it makes sure that when M1 from the first matrix, the DST members are already going to be profitable. Okay, so that's going to be one of the good things. Now, that's actually one of the things that I also want to talk about. One of the things that we have discussed is that because we have a bunch of affiliates in DS Domination, if you are also a Market Extreme user, we are actually going to give you access to some funnels that we are building that's going to promote both DS Domination and Options Domination at the same time. It's going to let you guys basically double your income streams immediately, or more than double really, and that's going to be one of the other benefits that you get as well. So there's a lot of benefits you get out of us not being the owners in this new thing, and us being actually the affiliates, because it opens us up to actually exercise our marketing arms. Now Roger can get on the phone and bring in all the contacts that he has. Kevin can get on there and do all of his marketing. I can start doing my marketing again. So I'm pretty sure that we can rock this. And in my opinion, we can probably cross 100,000 members the first 3 months in Options Domination. I'm pretty sure we'll actually cross that. Yeah. Now, what does this mean really overall? This is the point that I wanted to address. What does this mean? Does this mean that we are focusing on a new thing, or we are doing something different now, or something like that? Absolutely not. In fact, back in July of 2013, before DS Domination ever came out live, this was something that was planned and charted out and discussed in very good detail, not just between Kevin, Roger, and I, but was actually discussed with a lot of other people who were the first people in DS Domination. We actually explained how the next step was going to be people being able to take their investments and expanding on that. Okay, this is what that is. People will now be able to move on to the next phase, which is investment. If you have attended those Tuesday night webinars, then you all know there's this chart that I usually draw out if I'm on there, which goes something like this, which says that if you look at the chart of the average person in their lifetime, you're going to, the chart goes something like this, okay? And this is their income over here, and this is their age, okay? And this correlation
is my favorite chart you've ever done, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
This correlation is not entirely true. What it's really talking about is the activity. What happens is over here, you have an unqualified person with no experience, so they're working at McDonald's and so on. Okay, then they basically have more education, they have more resources, more experience at their disposal. At this point, they're basically moving up. Okay, they have a job and so on. This age group right here is basically the 35 to 55 age group. Okay, this is basically when they say that people peak in their income potential on average. Okay, obviously this doesn't apply to everybody, but on average, here's what happens. Okay, and then their income goes down. This is income from labor. Okay, labor means you're actually working. Okay, or Roger, when you eat donuts and it really hurts your stomach, that's not the labor I'm talking about. I'm talking about like when you do work hard.
You know, it's very confusing to me because Labor Day is coming up and I put on a lot of weight for it and it doesn't seem to be working out. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Keep at it. Keep at
it. Here's what happens though. From 55 to 75, the aim that most people have, that unfortunately doesn't truly come to pass for a lot of people, the aim is that from this point on, you start developing a second income. This is supposed to be your income from investment. Okay? That's basically the idea that people have, that I'm going to work really hard, I'm going to get educated, I'm going to get good jobs, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to move up there, then I'm going to take some of that money, I'm going to turn it into savings, and my savings are going to become my retirement system. They're going to sustain me through it, and it's going to leave something for my future generations as well. And those investments are going to be an income for me instead of my constantly working. Okay, that's the idea that we have. That's the idea behind the American dream, really. Okay, it's not the 5 cars and the 2.2 kids with the dog necessarily. It's really that you have the ability to do this. Okay, now in DST version, here's what happens. This is when you join Pro, you start making an income. This is when you join Elite, you start maximizing your income very quickly from that point on. Over here, you have your Unleashed and Monopoly. Okay, Unleashed plus Monopoly kick in. So now you're making all of this money from cashbacks and all these different things. You're achieving the peak of your income. Over here is when you do Genesis. Okay, and with Genesis, basically now you have a system in place that's going to sustain your income over a period of time. Okay, it's going to be your business that's running by itself. And then you hope that right around here, Supremacy is going to kick in, and it's going to develop an automated income for you. Okay, and this is going to develop that automated income for you and keep that going. But this is still income from labor. So your chart in DS Domination doesn't look like this. It actually looks something like this. Okay. Your income doesn't go down. Like typical jobs, your income from labor doesn't go down after 55 because there is no true labor involved with DS Domination. Okay, supremacy is going to sustain your income level there. But what we can do with options is we can actually take this part, the dotted line, and we can use that as our income from investment and beyond double our income, because we're now going to make money both from affiliate side in DS Domination as well as affiliate side in options domination. Plus we're going to be making sales over here in drop shipping. You know, this section covers drop shipping. Genesis and supremacy is not just drop shipping. That's really true e-commerce. Okay, so then we have e-commerce here in this area. And then of course, finally over here we have options. And the options domination is basically going to govern the very massive scale in income for you guys. And that's at this stage. Once you get to this stage, what you have going for you is your drop shipping income, okay, DS income, which is from sales on eBay primarily. You have your cash back kicking in, which is your income coming in from, which is basically incentive for having sold other people's products. Then you have your own products that you're sourcing. You have your Genesis Easy products, which are easy money from Genesis app, okay? Then you have your supremacy, basically scaling up your income. Then you have your affiliate income in DS Domination. Then you have your options trading income. You have your options referral income if you try to recruit, and then you have your options compensation plan income, which you're going to make even if you don't recruit anybody. That's the plan here. The plan is that you don't have just one basket with a few eggs in there. You have multiple baskets themselves, and you have multiple types of eggs. You have duck eggs and chicken eggs, and you have every single thing that you can out there. Okay, so the whole idea.
Eggs.
Yes, we have chocolate covered eggs as well, and we have Easter eggs that you can go hunt as well. The point behind this is that we have always been focused on developing something that was an all-encompassing system. That is not just, hey guys, we have this cool little thing we figured out about eBay, let's turn this into an ebook and sell it to others. It was, let's build a platform that helps people make money, that gets them to the point of financial freedom. Then let's give them a plan after that. What after the financial freedom? What happens tomorrow you get kicked off of eBay or Amazon? What do you have then? Right? We don't want to face that situation, and that most people are never going to face that situation, but it's better to be wise and not needed than to be foolish and then regret it. So what we're doing here is basically we're going to have options kick in, which is going to be your investment income at this point. Okay, it's going to be your constantly growing income from trading and a second affiliate income stream as well. And just to tease you guys, I'm letting you know that this is not the end of it. There is more beyond that we will probably announce next year around this time as well. But this has all been discussed since way back before DS Domination was formed. In fact, DS Domination was formed. At that point, there was a company that was being promoted that was basically designed around getting people high on caffeine and try to make money with that. And didn't work out too well. And the reason it didn't work out so well is because it was based around all these promises that every other MLM does, but there was no reality behind it. So what we decided to do, we tried to actually fix that by making a three-step system. We had a step one, which was, let's give you risk-free money. Then let's make step two, which was Roger's eBay training. And at that time, we didn't have any of the software to go with it. So we did have some of the discrepancies at the time, but it was great. I mean, nobody still had something as good as that anyway. So then we had Roger's eBay training. And then, of course, we had this third thing, which was, let's sell overpriced coffee and give you illusions of freedom. Okay. And I think the only way we got that to happen was when we... Say it again?
Add a sad face to that third one.
Alrighty. Sad face there. So what we basically looked at was that we had all these people who were very successful. They did great with this part. I mean, everybody loves risk-free money. They did great with this, and then they lost money here. Okay, that's because typically what happens in MLMs. And then the concern was that because there was such emphasis on this and all the efforts were being spent over here, we never addressed the issues that were over here. Okay, so we had a discussion, and the point was just this. The point was, let's build a platform instead where we take the eBay training, we modernize it more, we update it drastically, we include all the software required to make it work really, really well for everybody else, and we give them the risk-free money options. Let's try and make it completely about the customer, and let's forget about trying to make a lot of money off of this. And let's cut off this coffee. They can sell coffee on eBay if they want, but let's not do this anymore. And that's basically what DS Domination was. At that point, we also discussed what can we do, how are we going to make sure that people make income in the future, what's going to be their 401k or what's going to be their retirement net. And that's when we had the discussion about this. And we actually had another plan before Options Domination. There was another plan that we had that is now going to happen afterwards. Which has also been built out since forever. I remember building that out in October last year. But this is the beginning. This is awesome because this is supposed to be our 1-year anniversary, and we're kind of revisiting how we began. But this is kind of how we began, and it was awesome. The results that we got and what happened, and then basically the coffee people hated Roger about it and didn't like him too much after that. Overall, I think we did a very good thing by focusing on this kind of a actual logical system instead of a, hey guys, you just need to sell some coffee and you'll be millionaires. So anyways, that's it. I've said my piece. If there are any questions, then please let me know.